God restored to you wonderful blessing. Bless you mightily and abundantly for your giving. Good to see you all this evening. God bless you. Just anyone here who don't have, I only got 2 left. Who doesn't have a handout? Okay. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Good deal. Okay. I'm gonna do like I did before. Okay. Yes, we do. I won't go page for page or word for word in regards to the lesson, but I will pick out some important parts of the lesson this evening, and as we progress, as the Lord leads us, we will put that away. So those of you who have your books or your handouts, if you go to page 74 at the bottom. Page 74 at the bottom. Y'all have no handout? I don't want y'all to be lost. 3? Yeah. Thank you. Page 74 at the bottom talks about the telltale signs, rather. I need somebody just to read that paragraph.
For now, however, I ask you to focus on the symptoms of deeply ingrained anxiety. This is just as important as thinking through the causes, because this is the first step in determining if you have some blind spots in your emotional life. So please consider each of these consequences carefully. And as you discover the signs of anxiety in your life, write them down so that you can bring each to the Father in prayer.
I like that part. He says, write it down. Bring each one of them. He didn't say to each other. He says, bring them to the Father. Now, anybody know why he doesn't say bring them to each other? Anybody know why? Anybody have an idea? Anybody have a thought why he didn't say bring them to each other, but bring them to the Father? Anybody know why? Yes, sir.
Because it's personal.
Okay.
Something that you can gain faith on. I want to say if you just because you bring it to people, you will hear other suggestions and they'll get you this way, that way. But if you go straight to God about it, it becomes more of a connection between you and God. In the long run, when then he brings somebody to you, or he just brings it out and shows you what you are going through, or he delivers you from it, to me, that kind of gives you closer to him than when if I come to you about it, and then he works through you to come to me. But if I just go to the Father, and then you come out of nowhere, that's more indication to me that, God heard my prayer. I can really, it's a personal feeling, personal bondage to him, I feel. That's
good. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
I was thinking on this term that sometimes when you go to people what you're going through, they may not can handle it. But there's no question about if God can handle it, he can handle all the situations.
That's good. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
And people don't really want to hear it though, even though they say they do.
That's right.
They don't want to hear it, they just don't want to hear it. And God, he wants to hear it, he wants to solve your problem. But people, they don't want to hear it.
We're laughing, but she's about right. Yes, ma'am.
What can nobody fix it for him? Man.
Absolutely. Somebody else was going to say something? Okay. actually the only one who can fix it.
That's right.
He's the only one who can fix it. Now, let me just use me as an example. You can come to me, and I may give you my opinion, and my opinion sometimes if it ain't from God, don't mean squat. But when God, you go to God and God intervenes. Because, number one, he wants to fix our problem. Number one, he wants us to come to him. First prayer, he ought to be first priority. I know we got some close friends, close relatives, you know, we tight, we close to, but God said, how close are you to me? He wants all of our anxiety. What is the word anxiety anyway, y'all? What'd you say?
Fears.
Who said it? Oh, you said it. Fears. Oh, who said it? Which one of y'all said that? Okay. I thought it was her. She says fears. What else?
Peer pressure?
Peer pressure. Go deeper with the peer pressure.
Shucks, I don't know. I had a thought, but it just went away.
Fear, peer pressure. What else? I thought I heard something over here. Somebody see something over here?
What is
I can see people have anxiety attack,
Uh-huh.
right? It could be like a panic, panic attack, you know, out of, you know,
Of fear?
Some fear, yeah.
Okay. Somebody would say something over there? Somebody's gonna say something? I thought I heard.
Over anxious, some of them kind of overly.
Okay.
Anxiety is like at the top.
It can mean worries.
That's what I'm looking for. Where? That's what I'm looking for. Also, fear was the other one. Okay.
Inner turmoil.
Inside, you're talking to me. Inside where the turmoil, I'm just messed up inside. My whole inward man, I think we'll get to this tonight. My whole inner person is just out of control. and it will also cause me to go into, we talked about it a little bit last night, it will also cause me going to have stress. Panic attacks is stress. And it will cause the physical body to go into different illnesses physically to the body. I won't go too deep in that because that's coming down the line. That's coming next week. Yeah, the 28th. Yeah, next week. We want to talk about the body anxiety, how it affects the body. So I won't go too deep in that today, but we will talk about it next week. But it causes all these health issues, this inward turmoil, and all that stuff. I got a note here, and I'm see if I can read my writing. Here's what I got. Here's what I wrote it down. Here's what I wrote down. Don't answer it, but just think about it. What's going on in our lives that will cause us to have anxiety? I do need to say this. I mentioned to last night, just in passing. Anxiety, I will say this, and I'll just say it again next week, okay? Anxiety will cause persons to have heart attacks. And allow me to go here for a moment. I'm finding too many people who are young who are dying of heart attacks, massive heart attacks because of anxiety or because of stress. I want to share this with us, and I'll share it again next week. Let's start taking care of ourselves. Let's start taking care of ourselves. young or old, middle age, let's start taking care of ourselves. Let's don't get to the point where we have so much anxiety and so much stuff going on, turmoil inside of us that will cause us to be going to panic attacks. And panic attacks can also go into heart attacks. It'll feel, yeah, thank you. I got a pharmacist in the house. Will feel like a heart attack. But I want us to stay around for a while. Is that all right? I want us to, sometimes we got too much on our plate. We need to scrape some stuff off the plate. So we won't be so stressed out because we got too much on the plate. Some of the other things I think we should do is not schedule ourselves with too much stuff, which is going on too much on the plate. I'm learning slowly because I see too many pastors who are dying of heart attacks because too much on their plate and they're stressed out. So I'm trying to learn. I'm asking God, help me out. Get some of this stuff off my plate. And here's a word we need to learn. It just came to me. Our former CEO says learn how to say no. Listen to this. He said, he had to write, I got it somewhere in my house. I got to find it now I'm mentioning it. He says, our heart says no, but our mouth says yes. And sometimes for some of us, it's hard to say no. And then when we say yes, later on we say, I wish I said no.
Ain't that good?
Have y'all ever been there?
Yes.
And you say, what did I get myself into? And then you all stressed out, all worried and all fearful, and oh man, stuff like that. So let's just learn to say, no, I can't do that. I got too many other things going on, and I don't want to stretch myself. Okay, I just thought I'd go there. Yes, ma'am. I thought you just.
I heard one sister, she was here, she said, also people need to learn how to accept your no. You know, if you do say no, accept it, you know.
Yeah. And can I, you just said that, let me just walk into this. And if they don't accept your no, just say, God bless you, keep going, because you want to keep living. Is that all right? I need you, if you have your Bibles, turn to 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 6, verse 7. I need someone to read it in the King James and the New Living Translation, or the NLT. And somebody read the New King James. I'll read the Amplified. And let's do this. And if anybody got the NIV, read that. If someone has a message, read that. And I'm really skeptical about the message because sometimes the message will take us way out there. When he take us way out there, he'll leave us out there too. So if you read the message, I may stop you. Because it just may take us too far. Too far out there. So, whoever has the first one I mentioned, I done said to me, I forget which one was first.
King James.
Huh?
King James first.
King James first. Okay, go ahead. Anybody have the King James?
Verse 6.
You got King James? You got the New King James?
Yeah.
Okay, not yet. Who's got King James?
King James,
Okay, go ahead and read.
humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. You want me to say that as well?
What did you say, First Peter what?
1 Peter 5 and 6 and 7.
5.
Y'all thought I said 6 and 7 Peter? Or did I say 2 Peter?
No, it's just First Peter.
Okay. I have tendency to mess up. 1 Peter 5 is, chapter 5, verse 6 and 7. Did you read 7 too?
I haven't read 7.
Yeah, read 7. Good. Because 6 just tells us, basically just tells us to humble ourselves under the mighty hand of God. And in due season or due time, God will exalt us. Now, 7. That's why I really want to go with 7.
Casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you.
Okay. I'll come back to that in a minute. New King James.
Therefore humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. Verse 7, casting all your care upon him, for he cares for you.
Okay. What was the next one?
New Living Translation.
Okay, New Living. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Who got the New Living Translation? Anybody?
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Here's what I want you to do. Just omit verse 6. Go to just 7, please.
Just 7.
Yes, sir.
Give all your worries and
Oh, stop right there. Stop right there. The New Living Translation says, giving all. He didn't say give some. He says give all. Every last one of them. Go ahead.
give all your worries and cares to God, for he cares about you.
I like that. He cares about you. Because I'm going back to what Sister Diane said, because some people don't want to hear it. Your problem. But he invites us through Peter to cast all of our anxieties on him. Every last one of them on him, because he cares for us. Now, I'm going to say something at the end after I get the next one. What's the next one?
Amplified.
NIV.
NIV. Okay, who's got the NIV? Please read.
Verse 7.
Yes, please.
Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you.
Okay. Now the Amplified's next, right? Okay, I got that one. Casting the whole of your care, all your anxieties, all your worries, all your concerns. Watch this, once and for all, on him. For he cares for you affectionately and cares about you watchfully. Who's got the message? Which one of y'all want to go? Okay. Okay, go ahead.
So be content with who you are and don't put on airs. God's strong hand is on you. He'll promote you at the right time.
Oh, just read 7, please. I'm sorry.
Live carefree before God. He is most careful with you.
Okay, and it's all right. Is that all of them? That's it, okay. Now, here's what I'll throw at us. Maybe not all of us do this. Maybe some of us do this. But I'm going to ask us why we do this, if some of us do this. Why do we give it to God and then can't take it back?
Doubt.
Doubt.
Don't
Okay.
wait on it.
Don't want to wait on it. What else?
Trust.
Lack of trust, which is doubt. Okay. What else?
Fear.
You said fear? Okay, when you say fear, tell me why.
Fear because of how you live. You ask God for something and then you get feared because like, well, I did that and I did this. Oh, never mind.
Okay, I got you. So you, I'm gonna say it like this: a malfunctioning spiritual lifestyle. Okay. Okay. I was gonna say Michael deal with that one another day. Anybody else? You said uncertainty? Okay. Hold on over there. Hold on over there. Now, can you stay with me? Okay, thank you. When you say uncertainty, go deeper.
Just, casting all your cares on him. We give it to him and then we be like, oh no, that ain't matter, or he ain't gonna do it for me because of this and this and that, or
You want to line with him then?
kind of, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm in doubt.
Okay, all right, okay, okay. Now, was you gonna say something? 'Cause I'm gonna go to you in a minute. Okay.
I was just gonna say, sometimes we start panicking, thinking that he's not gonna do it in time to, like, right when we
That's what I'm looking for.
like he's, I need it like tomorrow.
Yes.
Then we start saying, well, let me see what I can do with it. That's what we do. We start panicking and try to do it ourselves, so we pull it back out of his hand.
That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for somebody to say that because we give God a time frame or a deadline. And if he doesn't meet the deadline or the time frame, then we pick it back up and do it ourselves because he hadn't met our criteria or our time frame. So we pick it back up, which is wrong. Because how many know he knows more about our situation than we do? and I like what the Amplified says. He says, all your worries, all your concerns, watch this, he says, and once and for all. So evidently, he says, in the past, you kept picking it back up. But he says, once and for all, will you please leave it to him? I like that. Ooh-wee. Because he cares for us. He cares for us. Now, the Greek word for that means pull apart. And you see on page 75. You see where it says pull apart. It means it also means to split. Let me use this word when I talk about split, because it's almost like you have a split personality. Now, what I mean by that, I'm glad you asked me. Because I believe him, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it to him, and I won't. Split personality. So therefore, we need to get out of split personalities and just have that one mindset. Here it is. I love what Dr. Stanley says. He says, obey God and leave all the consequences to him. So when Peter 5:7 says, give him all your worries, all your cares, let him handle it. Now, going back to the time frame and the restrictions, he knows how to do that. And the thing is, if God will not lie in what he says. And I have a saying, I haven't said it in a while, but God will show up in the ninth hour. Man, sometime in the ninth hour, you be on edge. Okay, God, it's the 8th hour and a half. 8 hours and a quarter. And all this. And God said, be quiet. Don't be counting on me. You have to count like that. Count on me, but don't be counting me down. Count on me, but don't count me down. Woo! Anybody want to add to that before I go to further? Yes, sir.
When you said divided, not divided, but like split personality or something like that.
Or just disjointed?
I was going to ask, is that the same thing that James was talking about in the first chapter, 8th verse? He says he is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways.
Yes, he's wavering. Yes, absolutely. He wavers because I'll trust God, I'll give to God, but now I'll pick it back up. So he wavers in his faith.
Yeah.
He wavers in his faith. Yeah. Anybody else? Huh?
I said, so don't think he's going to receive anything when you write the
Exactly. Because actually, go further, he says, then you ask him miss. Because you don't believe what you asked for him to do for you. Yes. Y'all talking real good tonight. Praise God. Now, I want to go to a place where we want to talk about peace and tranquility. Peace and tranquility. Because he's telling us, get away from anxiety. Give everything to him. Lay it at his feet and don't go back and pick it up. Let him handle it. Trust him to do it. Trust him to do what he says he'll do. All that. And then when we do that, we'll have some peace. Turn to John, and I want all those translations be read again. In John chapter 16, verse 33. St. John chapter 16, verse 33. I'm already there. I got that already marked out, so I should. Again, St. John chapter 16, verse 33.